I know Bill Burr has a Monday morning podcast. I figured I'd do a Monday morning podcast of my own. Hopefully that's not copyrighted. I don't think it is copyrighted. That thought right there was stupid. Of course it's not copyrighted. Anyone can do a Monday morning podcast. That's fine. I mean, as long as I don't call it Bill Burr's Monday morning podcast, which would be unethical and incorrect and false advertising. But if it gets me a few more listeners, we're going to go ahead and call this Bill Burr's Monday morning podcast. Let's do it. But I'll just spell it. Buhrr. So it's a different Bill Burr. H is silent, of course, as it was pronounced by the Spaniards back where the original Burrs were from. That's not true, actually. The Spaniards pronounced it Buhrr, but fell out of times when the new Spanish king refused to pronounce H's in the middle of names. I feel good about what just happened. I don't take enough risks in life. That's my problem. I don't take enough risks. So I figured I would do this, and the risk I'm taking right now, here's the risk I'm taking right now. The risk I'm taking right now is that anyone out there would find this amusing, which is a phenomenal risk to take, because I'm not about to tell you a story of something amazing that happened. This is not a podcast about serial killers. That's very engrossing. I don't think I'm a serial killer, unless I'm one of those serial killers that blacks out while I'm not killing. So there's like two personas in me. I wouldn't make a very good serial killer, though, because I don't like meeting people. Although I suppose I could be, maybe the Unabomber might work. I just send someone a care package. But even then, I hate going to the post office. It could probably all be done online, though, now. But then where's the fun? That's the thing. And there'd be too much guilt involved with me. You know, think of all the property that would be destroyed, and the people, but mostly the property. I'm a big Formica fan. I don't want to see Formica destroyed. But I digress. I am afraid to take risks. That's all there is to it. There are women who have come and gone in my life who I could have asked out, who I have not asked out. And it was just the fear of rejection, or, as one of my theater professors pointed out, the fear of acceptance. And then I'm in the relationship, and then that can cause all kinds of insane things. So I have allowed fear to really keep me from living my life. That's what I'm coming to. And I think that's on the other hand, I have watched a lot of Star Trek, so that has given me a unique evolutionary advantage. Just on the off chance an alien race comes to Earth, and they've been, monitoring all our TV transmissions, and the only way to save the day is for me to know a lot about Star Trek. Just in case, if that happens, I'm the guy. Specifically, The Next Generation. I haven't watched all the episodes of the original series. A lot of them move very slowly, and I should have more patience. I should know the original series better than I do. Though, from what I hear, Season 3 wasn't all that it was cracked up to be, but I shouldn't judge unless I see it. See, judging it before I see it, very 21st century. Removing judgment and then seeing it, that's 23rd century, at least in the Prime universe, which I don't know what's going on in the Prime universe right now, because they seem to go through a period where they had incredibly advanced technology, and then out of nowhere, everyone's wearing pajamas and the ship is made of wood. I do like Star Trek Discovery, though. I'm into it. I like the acting. I do like the art direction, even though it's like I said, looks nothing like the original series. But again, they can't make the original series in the 21st century. It wouldn't make sense. It would. It's not what the younger viewers want. It's not what It's got to be 4-quadrant, baby. It's got to be 4-quadrant. Got to attract fans, young and old and new. It's got to have a zest, baby. It's got to have a zingy zest. That's the agent who pitched Star Trek Discovery. It's got to have a zest, babe. This one's got zest. Say what you will about any of the other pilots you're looking at. This one's got zest. Zest. I was watching it on All Access on the app, and it was skipping and wasn't working for about an hour. So I had to come back and watch it later, and then it did work. So that's technology for you. What's the point I'm trying to make? I'm running away. I'm afraid to take risks. So what are risks? What are risks that I can take? Well, if I see an attractive woman, actually talk to her. Just talk to her. That's a good risk. I don't like doing it to someone I've never met before in public, in like a Starbucks, when they're obviously trying to study for their physical therapy exam so that they can land a good job and eventually have a husband and have a kid and try to buy a house in California, which is insane, and then live an entire life in debt, and then they will die, and then but their children will live on, and so on and so forth. I'd hate to bother that situation. I can draw more. Is that real? I don't know if that's a risk. Yeah, that is a risk. To take more time to draw. I think it might be good to think less. To take, because I will when I wake up, I'll spend a good 15 minutes just rocking back and forth thinking, and that's the worst. I just play the worst case scenario in my head over and over and over again in situations where I'm abused. Hopefully imaginary situations where I'm abused, and then I come out of it reciting a very dramatic and noble monologue. That's how I wake. That's my morning coffee. My morning coffee is worst case scenario. That gets me awake, and then I'm ready to start my day and ready to pan. You know what? That'd be a huge risk. Not to worry. I wonder if I could actually pull that off. Because worrying, it feels like a habit. I start worrying before I am aware that I'm worrying. It just kind of kicks in. That'd be a great risk, not to worry. I don't know what I would do with all the time if I wasn't worrying. I would suddenly have. I could crochet. I could macrame. I could do decoupage. That'd be nice. Decoupage on formica with a carafe. No, I'm just spouting words of things you'd see in a moderate kitchen. I don't know what a moderate kitchen means. I'm in a moderately expensive kitchen. How about that? Middle class kitchen. Kitchen of the bourgeois. The kitchen of the working man. Working man's kitchen. Formica, decoupage, and a carafe. Only for special occasions, the carafe. If anyone is still listening to this, I salute you, sir or madam. Probably sir. I have a feeling this is going to skew more towards... Well, that's not true. The few times that people retweet me or like it, it's a lot of times it's women, which is very surprising because I didn't think I was... I never put myself in the Brad Pitt category. I put myself more in the... Well, what category would I put myself? Dobby the elf from... Harry Potter. That's where I think I land in the terms of masculinity and being attractive. Dobby the elf, Harry Potter. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not necessarily dissing it. I'm trying to come to terms with how I look and how I sound because I haven't been happy with it for a long time. I have not been happy. I want to look like and sound like Harrison Ford and have his demeanor too. That's just a tough guy. I'm not going to take shit from everyone. I will take your shit. I will. I can advertise that on t-shirts. I will take your shit. I will take a lot of shit. It's amazing the shit I can take. I can take all of the shit. I take a ton of shit. Or maybe it's not that much shit comparatively to other people who've taken a lot of shit. But it just feels like it's a lot of shit. But there's a lot of shit will be taken with me. I assure you. And right now I feel like I'm being pedantic when I talk. That's the other thing I'm doing. And I'm being I'm trying to sound like I'm smart. So I wanna. That's a risk, is to not sound smart, just to sound like me, and and to talk from a place of being just myself. And talking from this place, I am. Well, I'm concerned about my testicle. Let's talk about that too. I had a doctor who said I need to get it checked once a year. It's been 2, maybe 3 years since I've gotten it checked. They're concerned about the varicose vein on it, that it might strangle my testicle, and then I would not be able to have kids. My body is strangling myself. My body is strangling my testicles. And I can't help but wonder if that's Darwinian evolution saying we should end this now. The Snyders have had a good run, but it's time to clean out the gene pool, and the pool boy is here. I don't know the answer to that question. Other risks I can take. Not being stressed, not being worried, having more fun. I think a big risk I can take is actually taking a full day off. Although, on the other hand, and maybe when I say take a full day off, not not stay in bed all day, but actually go out and do something. Like make love or go to the LACMA. Realistically, it's probably going to be going to the LACMA. It would be awesome if I could make love in the LACMA. I don't know where or when that would be possible. It would certainly be a bit of an inconvenience for the other people there. I'd want to do it in the classical section, because then at least I would fit in with the milieu. I may or may not fit in with the milieu. I don't know. I mean, probably wouldn't. I wouldn't look as beautiful in the lovemaking as what they're doing in Rubens. I don't think Rubens was doing lovemaking. I think Rubens was the one painting rich people looking at the painter who were naked. But it would be fun to make love in the LACMA. Or the Getty Center. I think the Getty Center, I would almost rather do that in the Getty Center, because I know the Gettys were a rich family, and there's a part of me that likes the idea of, I don't know, I think it'd be a fun way to protest.